Welcome to Three the Hard Way. Tank up, Eddie P. Where weekly we fight the evil, and as we always do about this time, anything that comes out of my mouth or the quartermaster's mouth do not represent the views and opinions of one Mister Eddie Westside, Mister Eddie P, Mister 2020 for you drinkers. After 8 o'clock, Mister Turn off the lights, and God damn it, you know him and love him. The lady of the house's own high value man,
Hold on a second.
Eddie.
Take this call.
Motherfucking Coppola, goddamn it. Welcome to Three the Hard Way. Hey, I ain't breaking, goddamn. And I ain't doing it again.
Hey, man, it must be important.
Right.
It must be important. Hopefully everything's straight with brother. Oh, man.
So what's up, man? What's going on with you, man? Buy a little bit more crypto, man.
Oh, bro, I've been killing this crypto shit, bro. So did you take a look into that staking?
I saw it. It's on a Binance site. I didn't look at it yet. I just bought a little bit more coin.
Bro, 200% interest per year. I mean, it's looking ugly, man.
Word.
Yeah, I ain't never going back to work again.
Yeah, I ain't got into the this motherfucker about to start his own crypto brokerage firm and shit.
Hey, man, I'm putting on a seminar tomorrow. So yeah, that might be my thing from now on, is putting on seminars. Hey, man, this is how you set your shit up and sit back, collect. Outside of that, man, I'll be looking for places. Dominican Republic. What's that place out in Honduras where all the brothers is on that island, that Rotan or Roatan? Or, man, somewhere it's gonna be the shit.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, this crypto shit is insane, man. It opened up a whole new world that I should have been hip to years ago, but it just, I never went down the right rabbit hole, or somebody didn't explain it to me right, or like I just didn't have the energy to look into it. And then, man, I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube and was like, how come I ain't doing this shit?
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. Check out some brothers by the name. They got a podcast. I think they go by the name of EYL, Earn Your Leisure. And it's a bunch of real smart brothers, man. Relatable, talk like we do. But they in the real estate, man. And these brothers on their shit. My brother Shaw put me on to it, man. Real good shit. Real good shit. It's a lot more, but yeah.
And as you can see, I'm taking my life a little bit more seriously.
As we all supposed to. Right on, man.
Yeah, man. It's nuts, man. What's been going on in your world?
Man, look. We can talk a little bit about this shit too, man. I ain't at my job no more, man.
Yeah, you had to cut it loose, huh?
Yeah, I cut it loose yesterday, man, because I'm I told you, man, I'm about to try and get on this department shit, man. We ain't gonna mention everything what I'm trying to do, but trying to get on with that, man. So I'm gonna take these next 2 months, get back into some better shape, because the shift I was working, man, it was impossible.
Oh,
it was impossible.
We too old to be doing that shit.
It's not even that. It's not even that, bro. It's okay. You work 1/8 from 4 to midnight. 2 days out of the 3-day week, you staying over, right? So you do an 8 Monday, get up, go to work Tuesday, do an 8, but then you got to stay till 4 in the morning, go back home, get some rest, get back up, and be back at work at 4.
No, you can't tell them to fuck off.
It seemed like
tell them to fuck off.
It seemed like you got.
Because hey man, they really can't. I mean, well, I guess they can't hold you. I mean, but yeah, I tell the motherfuckers like, hey man, if you want to see me tomorrow, man, I'm not staying here over these 8 hours.
It's a way they play you though, right? Because it's like, hey, can you? But then when you be like, nah, it's like, all right, we're gonna mandate you. Now, they don't play that shit with the females, but they try to do that with the dudes. And so that's you know what? we can talk about that shit too. Unless you want to say that for Mike's men working with women. Because this shit was some of the shit I ain't never seen like I seen at this job. I ain't never seen in my life.
Sorry about that, gents. I'm on
What's
call.
happening? What's
Yeah,
happening?
we back.
All right, man. So what we leading off with? God damn it!
Pick.
Oh shit! I know what you starting out with,
What's that?
Mr. Puddin' out of prison.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah,
And
man, the system worked, I guess.
Absolutely.
I mean, it found. I mean, hey man, they tried to pull a fast one.
They
know what I
did
mean?
pull a fast one. They
did,
got his
and he
ass
did.
good.
Yeah, they got him real good. They
Mhm.
yeah, like nah, go ahead and give a deposition. We won't hold nothing against you, man. You
Right.
America's dad. Come on, man. Just go ahead and
Mhm.
just speak your piece. It's just us.
Mhm.
And he did, and they was like, hook him.
Right.
Hook him.
Right.
So,
Hey,
Not
man.
only that, homegirl got, I think it was like $3 to $5 million if she wouldn't testify. And for some odd reason, people were running with this shit that he raped. And that's not what she accused him of. She accused him of fingering her without her permission. Okay.
mhm.
He has maintained his innocence and always said that the shit was all consensual. And there's been a few people to break it down. There's a young lady by the name of Nicole's Views who broke the whole shit down, and she interviewed people that were at the trial. You know, they got interviews with Tom Mesereau, who was saying that this shit was fucked up. There's another young lady, but I spoke to this young lady a while back, Ike Shabazz. She was breaking down. She said as soon as she saw that they locked him up, she knew that it was going to get overturned. She just didn't know exactly when. So, I mean, people can believe what they want to believe. You can have your beliefs and all of that shit, but it is what it is. I mean, you got right now. You got Mark Lamont Hill on. I think it's the BNC channel on YouTube, and I mean, all he's doing is just why the fuck did this happen? I mean, it's like he want to argue the legal thing, but then when you get people on there who's contesting that shit and telling him the right thing, he wants to turn it into a moral thing. So,
Hey, Judge Joe got in his ass. Judge Joe had to tell him what it was. Like,
absolutely.
I just can't see a grown ass black man like Lamont Hill getting on motherfucking TV or, just in front of a camera and backing the U.S. justice system. Knowing all this was bullshit. Like, you couldn't tell anybody that lived through the 70s and in the 80s that America's dad would, in 30 years be in prison, half blind, dodging dicks over rape charges. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, it's one of the richest men in, America. Dude was going to buy a news network, and you think he out here stealing pussy? And then, like, that's what the mainstream media accused him of. Right. But in all reality, it boiled down to him hanging out with a chick, she getting fingered and getting her fucking college tuition paid for.
Right.
And then 30 years later saying, oh yeah, I was molested. Just get the fuck out of here.
I gotta say this.
As big as this bitch was, she could have boxed his old ass.
Right.
Dude,
yeah,
not if she on them lemons. I'm just saying, dude. Hey man, he's been on, some of that mama's cooking, putting that shit on it, man.
Benadryl, baby. Benadryl ain't knocking nobody.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was Benadryl. That ain't even a full serving for an adult, especially not a
you get real comfortable
from Amazon.
When you in that damn mansion. Just something about being in a mansion where you just get extra comfortable. That's all.
I'm just saying. After the fifth room, her pussy got wet.
Hey man,
listen. Here's the other thing for me. This is the other thing. Let's say you believe he did this. That's fine. But what is it about this particular case? This motherfucker's 80-something years old and fucking blind. But all of these other motherfuckers we just giving passes, all these other stories been buried.
Yeah.
Les Moonves got away with it.
It's not sexy. That's not sexy. Talking about America's dad bringing down, regardless, he's still a wealthy, black dude.
Right.
They every single move he makes. Look at, and you broke everything down. What's sexy about a blind 80-some-year-old black dude who could barely walk, without assistance, him being locked up, but yet you would have thought, they found Hoffa following his story. You know what I mean? Like breaking news.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby just been like, hold on. And would you get back to my damn program, please?
Right.
I don't give a fuck about what he's doing.
So let me back this up then. Let me re-ask this question then. For as pissed as we supposed to be about rape culture and women being taken advantage of, how in the fuck are they only mad at one guy? I've only seen one time where somebody was outraged with Weinstein. He was at a comedy club, and this young lady lost her fucking mind. Like, y'all all just gonna sit. She stood the fuck up. You can YouTube it. She said, y'all just gonna fucking stand here while this fucking rapist sits here and enjoys a meal. Like, none of you just gonna say nothing. But when it's Cosby, I'm looking on social media. You got younger black people saying this is why don't nobody listen to older black, and it's like, shut your dumb fucking ass up. You don't even know what went on. Even again, let's just say he did the shit, which I don't believe. Our voices, they fucked up legally. Legally, they fucked up. They violated that man's as she said, Mr. Baz. He gave up. He forfeited his Fifth Amendment right for that deposition. It was supposed to be sealed, and they bust that motherfucking open. These motherfuckers like, oh, who give a fuck? No. If we gonna talk about a justice system that any one of us can end up in, especially because we are of a different hue, then motherfucker, we need to make sure there's checks and balances, because they not. That's what I'm saying.
Because a lesser man would have still been in there, and there are many more that are still in there because of technicality. I don't know if I brought it up about a guy who was up to be released, or he was falsely imprisoned, and come to find out the lady who does the processing, she put his file on top of the cabinet, but she just threw it up there, and the motherfucker slid behind. And his attorney, after like 5 to 6 something years, was like, show me exactly where'd you put it, because I know I filed it. And she was like, yeah, you brought it in, whatever, but I put it up in my pile. He was like, show me where your pile is. And he slid that fucking cabinet back. There goes old boy's file. And he missed the deadline.
Because
you see what I'm saying? Like, that's when it fails, it's epic. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
But that lawyer walked away from a court. You cannot file paperwork in a court without them handing you a receipt for filed paperwork. So,
and he got it, but yet they couldn't find the paperwork. Right. He got the receipt, but couldn't find the paperwork. And he just did some backtracking and was like, please show me exactly where you put your files.
Jeez.
And he slid, not her, he slid the damn thing back, was like, maybe for shits and giggles, let me just move this cabinet. Moved it, is standing straight up against the damn wall, because all she did was just take it, gave him a receipt, and just threw the damn thing
because of an accident.
Because of an accident, this dude is still in prison because they missed the deadline.
Right,
the attorney got the receipt.
Right now, think about the bitch who was matter of fact, it's 2 of them. It's an Indian woman and it's a Caucasian woman. Forensic bitches, motherfuckers was getting high and fucking over the evidence. Got all these motherfuckers locked up because they was pencil whipping shit.
Yep.
You talking about that cockeyed Indian chick, right?
Cockeyed bitch, man. That cockeyed bitch, man. That's why we need checks and balances, man. That's why it shouldn't just be, oh, he did it because you feel like it, nigga. You could feel like what the fuck you want to feel, nigga. And our next segment is gonna be about a motherfucker who feel like he's something other than what he is. Okay, but that don't goddamn mean, you know what I'm talking about, that this shit is right. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, I know this has been on your mind, man. I know I feel it in my bones from my brothers. I know this was on your mind, but what's up with this Britney Spears shit?
Deep, isn't it? That's
I never
deep.
knew. I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, what do you mean she don't have rights? Her parents is still running her. I was like, isn't she married? Don't she have kids? She had a residency here. She don't have, freedom.
Apparently her breakdown was so fucked up that her dad had to take control of her finances and shit.
But that was years ago, man.
I'm with you, brother. Now she fighting to get the shit back. And this nigga no.
They denied her. They said, I bet you still crazy.
Oh my God.
They said you still crazy. Bitch, you still crazy.
Oh my God, that is so messed up. Like I said, man, she had a residency out here, man. And how you just go do the show? I mean, that's modern day slavery, man. If it's what it is, if it's going down the way that they say it is, man. I mean, that's really messed up. I mean, are you really that gone? Or you never thought to question any of this shit?
No, you know what? See, I know crazy, man. I used to work on an ambulance. I know fucking crazy. When you crazy, you don't know you crazy. You ain't getting up and going to fucking work.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. She's a show horse. She's a show horse, man. What the hell?
You got dry shit on man. You got dry. You walking around with dry doo-doo on you when you don't know, when you motherfucking crazy.
Yeah, you're trying to box a fucking cat.
I see.
And you're worth millions. And hundreds. When it's all said and done, probably billions. She's a brand, and let me tell you, they still need to, be in charge of her career.
Man, you know what this shit is? They trying to rob her. That's all this shit.
They ain't trying, man, bro. They doing it.
There you go. Yes, sir. But look, that's what happened with what's the motherfucker's name amongst the other shit? Corey Feldman. Mm-hmm. Corey Feldman had to get what's the word I'm looking for when you
emancipated?
Had to get emancipated from his parents because his motherfucking dad and them was trying to stick him for millions. Mind you, he was an actor in the 80s. He wasn't getting millions, but he was trying to stick this motherfucker for his money. So he had to have himself emancipated. I think the parents knew that he was being molested. That's another reason he had to get emancipated. It's a bunch of stories about these fucking parents that go in there, try and get control of the money, and then they fucking kids fall out. But man,
my thing is, nobody came to her defense. There was no money hungry attorney, one of these ambulance chasers that's willing to take on, or they insulated her that much and that deep where she couldn't talk to anybody and be like, hey, I need help. Nobody.
I'm wondering if she actually had a fucking breakdown. I mean, we know the American media news system is nothing but fucking propaganda machine.
There you go.
She could have just had a bad day in front of the fucking cameras and told them to fuck off. And next thing you know, this chick is nuts. And then you get the right motherfuckers to talk to the right motherfuckers. And next thing you know, you're murdered in the media. Public opinion about you is you're fucking nuts. And half these people, if you're that rich and powerful, you're paying, election fucking money to judges and shit. You got attorneys all over the place, man. It would be easy to convince motherfuckers that you're crazy if you're paying everybody.
There you go.
Been in the limelight for, I mean, I can't say that I feel sorry for, somebody in that kind of position, but it's kind of messed up if it is what it is. Like, and you said that they denied her getting her freedom and her rights to her body, her money, her career,
her name.
I mean, like you said, she could get up and go and do a residency, have kids, but yet can't, run her own show.
They like, hey, bitch, when you get done performing, get back in this closet.
My God.
And
I kept saying it was like, I feel, my heart and everything goes out to Britney. I'm like, damn, what the fuck happened to her? And I didn't need to dive in there and was just like, what? Her dad's still running the show? I was like, I could have swore she was married, man.
Maybe that motherfucker drove her nuts. Maybe he's the motherfucker that. Maybe she had a breakdown because of the type of motherfucker he was. Look. For all that Mr. Knowles did, Beyonce and them got rid of his ass. They got rid of his ass years ago. So it's no telling like how they pushing them, what they trying to. If you watch The Curse of the Lotto, man, you will see where motherfuckers' family members try to kill them over money. Otherwise, healthy family members. So, the kind of money, this bitch was the biggest star in the world at one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what kind of money that bring. And it brought her the equal amount of problems, I feel for her. I do. I feel for her.
That is great. Like you said, the call is coming from the house.
When the U.S. court system will give her kids the motherfucker that look like Kevin Federline. Come on, man.
She did have to pay him child support, man. That was like the ultimate scam hustle. She did have to pay him. And I'm sure the dad was like, giving him high fives, like, good job, son. Good job.
I think he got like 30 years. Yeah. I think he got something like $500,000 a year.
Damn.
You know that motherfucker walked into court wearing a fucking dressed like a B-boy. That motherfucker 100% wigger, 30 years old.
Go, man. Yeah.
Professional dancer. And the judge
shiny suit.
Damn.
Yeah, on the shiny suit, man. One of the puff joints.
And one of the big ass fucking silver necklaces. Sterling.
Spinning. That shit was spinning too. That shit was spinning, nigga. Spinning.
God dang.
Yeah. And the judge gave the kids to him, to that motherfucker. Like, you have to get a payoff. Like, you know that the kids are gonna be confused. You raise them with that. It looks like a caricature of Eminem.
I don't know what that is, man. Like I said, it's their situation. And, I guess, getting down with guys like that, people will question your judgment. So, it is what it is. But, and you notice the dad didn't want the kids. He was like, no, they ain't got the talent. I don't want them. They ain't developed yet.
Right. Wait a second.
Like, nah, I got this one right here, man. I got all my money on this racehorse. I'm gonna ride this one out until it fall out. So,
I bet Kevin Federline's next woman was a big old thick sister.
It was a sister. It was a sister.
Oh, was it?
Victor. Let me see if this is her. No. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Because I thought he was messing with the girl from. There it is. Yup. Wait a minute. He was messing with the black girl.
Oh, from Moesha or something, right?
Yep.
That was his first baby mama.
It was?
Oh, shit. That is right. Yeah.
Yep. 2 babies by her and fucked her over good.
Damn,
Britney was like,
I totally forgot about that shit, man.
Right.
Damn. Yeah, man.
That bitch said, oh, baby. Yeah. Fucked her.
Don't you ever sing that song? Don't ever do that again, man.
I should have let you go.
Oh, man. Okay.
I could. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Can we move on to our track star, man?
Oh God.
This fuckery. You know what I mean? Enough already. I you can't have it both ways, saying that weed is a performance enhancer.
You know why they say, hey, listen, you know why this is happening? Somebody was talking about this shit, and I think this is exactly where it came from. They say you on the world stage, they said, think about it. You nervous. So if you use weed, that take all that nervousness away. I said, nigga, what the fuck did you just say? Then they come out saying it's a performance enhancing drug. Hey, after this nigga said this shit, then they said it.
Now hold on. Now I've read this in the past, before this whole Olympic shit. But actually, people who consume cannabis actually have a better lung capacity because the THC relaxes the areolas, the areolas and shit.
What's on your mind, son?
What's on your mind, homie?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying
it. Some, but off rip, damn well
that's some bullshit.
Exactly, man. It ain't gonna turn you to no damn brown hornet. So get the hell on.
It's bullshit on both sides because is it a bullshit? Is it a bullshit rule? Absolutely, but it's their rule nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, you have to abide by, but I'm just saying about the piling on.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
That's what I'm tripping on. I'm like, I understand she has to face the consequences because you are on the world stage. I get that there's consequences, but they're just going too far. But again, as I stated, them saying that it was a performance enhancer.
Right.
Please stop with that. Just stop.
I think for some
and they
people,
said that she found out that her biological mom had passed. And she's human. You know what I mean? She wouldn't take the damn edge off. She didn't go, get a bottle or whatever. She just, everybody got their vice.
I think for some people, it was a big thing because, like myself, like I've been watching her run. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and say, "Oh, I've been watching her run since she went here and went there."
Right.
But I saw her run. It was like, what the fuck? This girl is crazy with it. And then they had this whole little thing. They were talking about her and they were talking about Florence Joyner. And they said that she may possibly break Flojo's record this Olympics. And I was like, damn, I used to love watching Flojo. And I hope that she can do this. And then you hear this shit. And it's like, what? Like you fucked this up because it's some boo. So, right. But then there is that element that it's like, oh, it's a nigga bitch in trouble. Let's jump on her. That's what I think these people are thinking.
That's
it's exactly a nigga bitch in trouble.
That's all it is, man. You got more, talk about, she knew the consequences and this, that, and the third, but yet she's still human.
Right.
So and you know what they say behind every strong black woman is, right? A slower white athlete.
Man. Hey, listen, it's funny you say that because for years I've been wondering, like, when these countries they like, damn, I'm like, damn, I know they like, shit, we got to worry about the United States, Jamaica, Barbados. Okay, just give me the fastest white women we got, goddamn it, and we gonna send them out there and settle for ninth, cause it's got to be embarrassing to be from a country and y'all niggas ain't never medaled. the top athletes, I
don't like they were talking about how much flavor that the African Americans, international and statewide, bring to the Olympics. And what if they just sat out?
Right.
You know what I mean? What fun would be, what good would the Olympics be without that kind of flavor in it?
Nobody will watch.
Y'all going in, like they went after old girl who, the hammer throw or whatever for turning her back. And she was like, dude, what are y'all doing with this national? Y'all don't never play it. Now all of a sudden y'all playing the national anthem. Y'all did this shit. Y'all did this shit on purpose. Okay.
Right. They know what they're doing.
And the whole Olympics is filled with fuckery.
Yes. Like I said, what if they just sat out? I'm like, man, what benefit am I getting by participating in the Olympics? You get some endorsements, but you don't get paid.
Can you
get
imagine?
Exposure? You get a medal.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Nuts.
No one gonna care. It's going. If blacks set out of the Olympics, track and field.
You know how much money they would lose,
right?
Because people.
But that shit, but that shit would get as much. That shit would get as much attention as Olympic archery. Don't nobody watch motherfucking archery,
right?
Ain't nobody sitting up there like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Kevin McFall.
Nobody watches it. Period. Last time, when was the last time you watched the damn Olympics? I mean, I might have watched the Dream Team back. That was probably the last time I paid attention to it, and that was it. I was like, hell, that should go to college students. We don't need to assemble the best of the best in the NBA so they could be wiping out cats by 50, 60, 70 points a night. You know what I mean? That didn't make no damn sense.
Fuck around and get high. You'll watch curling in the Olympics. You'll watch the whole goddamn tournament.
Right.
I did curling. That shit is slick as hell. That dude is in that position, sliding on that one knee, and that homeboy cleaning.
So I don't know why the fuck that shit's interesting.
Curling is some interesting.
It ain't natural, man.
You like what?
It ain't natural.
They brushing,
yelling, calling out. They're calling out plays. I was like, "What are you calling?" It left his hand already.
Right.
What are you calling?
Right. They be screaming, and he be down there. That foot be behind. He down there spearing and shit.
It's graceful as hell. That's all I'm saying. It's very graceful.
Brush. I'm like, man, look, if you don't get that shit started in Ireland, man, but you know, somebody gonna probably say it started in Africa.
You know, because all that ice.
Hey,
Right.
it might have been a
All
Black
that
Irish.
Right.
There you go.
Got no curl. Look, but let me ask you this: when motherfuckers sit down and watch any sport, if blacks set out that shit, you can fill the space with white people, Puerto Ricans, whatever. Would anybody watch that shit? There'd be no more dunking. Nobody would run under 13 seconds.
Just saying, man. It's just a certain perspective that that we bring to the table as far as these games, man. That was fucking wrong as hell. But yeah,
you're some
right.
of our cousins that can pass would be still playing in the league.
Right. Right.
Right.
Oh, shit. Them Jason Kids of the world.
Oh man, no man, but yeah, man, it's I really hate that. Hopefully, she gets to compete in the 4x4, but I really wish she would have got to ran 100, man. That would have been a sight to see. Because that young lady,
they said she got suspended. I think she's still qualified. I don't know what exactly what she's going to have to sit out, but it's only a few. It's only a few months.
I think that who's the fastest lady, the fastest woman in the 200. I think she'll probably take it. She a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. Like I said again, I don't pay attention to the Olympics. You know what I mean? I just can't. It's too fucking boring.
My wife was like, "What in the fuck? Like, what do they get when they win?" Like, I said, "Baby." She's like, "They get a medal." I'm like, "Well, they competing for endorsements, right? You know, they might get a Nike contract or something like that. You know." She said, "I just can't see preparing all my life." I'm like, "Well, you know,
that's some people. That's it. That's all they want to do is just compete. They, you know, a lot, especially with, except for like boxing. You know what I mean? Guys, you know, turn pro after they do the Olympics or whatever. But for the most part, that's a lot of folks Mount Everest. That's it. You know what I mean? They conquer that and they go get a day job.
You know? Yeah. I mean, you know, I'll never knock anyone for wanting to reach the pinnacle of their chosen profession. You know, even if it ain't no money in it, I dig it. You know, somebody trying to get to the top of the top, but you know,
even prostitution.
I dig it, man. I dig it. If you're trying to be the top whore, you got my blessing.
You're gonna do it. You better be the best.
You better be the best. Like motherfucker,
your name better ring out from them streets of Cali all the way to the boardwalk over there in Atlantic City.
Superhead.
There it is, man.
Who don't want to be called Superhead anymore. You can fuck everyone and don't want to be called Superhead. She'll correct you. She'll correct you.
I saw that interview.
Wait a minute. Do you really need to say her name? I mean, Bill Maher and Jay-Z looked at each other and we all knew what the fuck they said.
Man.
Did you ever hear Ed Lover talk about this shit?
Nah.
Ed Lover was on this show. Ed Lover was like, "Yo, man, you know, Corinne Steffens wrote this book, you know, Diaries of Eviction and shit. She busted motherfuckers out there." They was like, "Yeah, Ed, your name is in that book." He's like, "I know, man. That pussy was so good, man. I fucking lost it." He's like, "Son, I'm telling you, son, it was she really is Superhead." I was like, "Oh,
she got down, man. I mean, she got down.
That's your legacy, baby."
Yeah, that's it. She's gonna have to explain that to her kids, and it is what it is.
You know, you can't really dog what the fuck put food in your mouth when you was a kid. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah, you grew up, and if that's norm, you know, that's what it is. You know,
because Jenna Jameson kids, boy, she gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
You know,
not too much. Cause like back to Tank's point or whatever shit. that's how you got this nice
You know
house.
Just
what?
think,
That's real.
that's your circles. That's gonna be your mama circles. Like everybody you interact with as a kid gonna be fucking porn stars. Oh, that's Uncle Jeremy. Oh, that's cousin Wesley Pipes. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
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 yeah,
Cousin
you know, it's gonna cousin Pipes.
Mhm.
Nah, I
Speaking of
mean,
that,
it'll just be the norm for kids, man.
is
So,
Ron Jeremy locked up? You know, he was facing some charges.
I think he is
Yeah.
locked up. I think he is actually.
They
I think he is
convicted
locked up.
Ron.
Yeah. if
Hey
I'm not
man, they going
mistaken.
after a lot of these. They're talking about like legitimate like casting couches and porn. These
Yeah.
motherfuckers just, some of them
Yeah.
try to back out. You're like, you know what, at the last minute, like, nah, you know what, I don't want to do this. And motherfuckers will rush her and be like, hey, motherfucker,
doing
you
this.
came in here, you signed this contract, start
You
fucking.
doing
Like,
it.
you owe me some
And
pussy. Drop your drawers, bitch.
yeah,
And it's one of those. It's that era, man. You're gonna get
But see,
jammed up.
listen, man. Once again, that's why these conversations are a must-have. We can't keep sitting as a society, especially women of the society, can't keep sitting up here and saying, "Oh, men shouldn't do, men shouldn't do." That's fine to say that, but you also got to say, men do this, so you need to do this as a preemptive measure to make sure you don't find yourself in a situation with a motherfucker who potentially may do this. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying that somebody should be raped because of what they have on and all of that. And yeah, asking those questions, it may sound insulting, but at the same time, again, like I said last show, if we're gonna sit up there and say that a hoodie has something to do with the reason why a young man got murdered or tattoos or gold or whatever, then we gotta hit the whole gamut. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that everybody ain't all the way motherfucking right. That's men and women, but if we talking, well, sexual assault goes both ways. But if we talking, motherfucker going out and somebody snatching her up, it's like, hey man, beware of this. Beware that. It's nothing wrong with saying beware, beware. They do it in the military. Hey man, these motherfuckers look for this, that, and the 15th. You know what I mean? So that's my whole, that's my 1-2 about it.
All right.
man. I mean, shit. Predators are predators, man. These motherfuckers need to go down
Yeah,
if they did the shit.
absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
watching this what was it, documentary on this guy who went to prison in the 80s selling dope in New York City, and goes to talk about being a predator. And he was talking to his counselor, and he wanted to get a transfer to a different prison. And she was gonna send him somewhere, and he was like, "Nah, that's where they send the rapists or whatever." And he was like, and she was like, and he killed some. He was in jail. He had killed somebody, and she kind of broke him down and was like, I'd rather be raped than killed.
Shit.
Pretty much to check him, to let him know, like, motherfucker, you in jail. You don't judge nobody. You killed somebody.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you're no
Yeah.
better than a rapist. So
In the grand
get your
scheme of things, yeah.
get your shit together, get your mind right while you in here. So don't be saying, "Oh, I can't go there because of your status." I can't go there. That's a jail. They be sending those. I can't go there because there's a bunch of rapists in there.
I think the
Yeah,
only
motherfucker.
I think the only one who can make that argument is like a thief. Man, I just stole some shit. I ain't raped or killed nobody. Don't put me with them niggas.
What my man say? I steal. I don't kill.
I don't feel like you can't put a motherfucking thief in there with some motherfuckers who taking itty bitty titty, man. You can't
Yeah,
do
some
that.
booty bandits, man. You can't
Right.
put them in there like that.
You can't,
man.
you shouldn't put a thief with murderers. Like this motherfucker, nigga, I just got
See.
sticky
Hey man,
fingers.
but
I don't kill
that's
people.
you do the crime. It don't there's no slots. Like, oh well,
Right.
they do that for cats who are affiliated. They do
Hey,
that.
I should go to a camp, nigga. No, I should go to a camp. I just stole from my neighbor. Nah, man. Nah. Yeah,
You
man.
got cats who've been institutionalized. They could tell you exactly where they want to go and who they want to bunk with. Like, hey man, send me home. Could you send me back home? You know what I mean? My people up there, man. Send me back home.
And you ever see some of these leaked videos? These motherfuckers got big screen TVs and shit.
They got phones. They doing videos. They doing tutorials. They doing everything, showing you how they live, how they eat, everything.
They also got 7-foot fucking mandingos walking around that motherfucker that like to fuck as much as they like to fight. You know, that is not.
But they saying it's like,
shit. How nice prison is.
They're saying it's not like that. They said it's not as bad as it used to be. Because it's a lot of guys in there now who are with it.
Yeah.
So nobody got.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
they said they ain't got to steal it like that. They was like, dude, this.
He's right.
That's the last thing you got to worry about in prison right now is getting, getting your shit took from you.
Right. It's a bunch of niggas,
but they just saying. There's a bunch of cats in there who are with it.
Right. No, he right. Hey, Mr. Coppola he's absolutely right. I heard the same shit from some motherfuckers who was locked up. They said, "Yo, don't believe the movies."
Right. They was like, it ain't even that deep. They're like, man, they go 2 cells down and get whatever they want whenever they want. They got cats that are willing to do that.
Yeah.
They said, in the prison population was for gay rights. Oh, you guys can freely come out, please. Save an asshole, come out the closet.
Right, man.
Like motherfuckers a punk on every block, man.
Because we came up, that's the first thing that scared us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That Tasha salad dude or whatever. Once I heard, I never knew what the hell that was until dude broke it down. And that cat was he was benching 3?
I mean, no, 450.
See what I'm saying? That
man, what you talking about?
You saw his chest before you saw him.
Salad, man?
Yeah,
it was on it was an HBO or Showtime special back when we was in high school.
I saw the dude. I didn't see him benching. I saw he was saying, "Yeah."
Did you not see him? Man,
yeah, he was said, motherfucker.
He broke down the concept of of tossing the salad when he said that. Yeah, man, I could tell him to give me some head, but he can make it seem like he's eating a banana or licking a banana or something.
Right.
But if you tossing my salad, you know exactly what you're doing.
Ass. Yeah,
and I was just like, shit. You know what I mean? That scared the hell out of me because he didn't put some thought in that shit. But then to see him working out, and I'm counting plates on that bar, and was like, dude, that's 1, 2. He got like 345s on both sides.
Yeah,
and he ain't even breaking a sweat. That's just what he's tuning up with.
Damn.
Yeah.
The bad thing
what are you gonna do?
They showed him lifting weights, and then they cut to this motherfucker talking about my husband, and he mentioned it so quick. Yeah. You were like, "Did I just?" Nah, I couldn't have heard that.
Yep.
And then,
yeah,
it was just like, open homosexual male.
This was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I was watching one of them fucking shows, and it was this young frail nigga. And he went in for B&E. They gave this motherfucker, he was about 19, 20. They gave this motherfucker 60-something years. And he went in there and he sat with the captain. He said, "Hey, man, tonight they're going to leave you alone." Like, I'd be like, man, he said, "Tonight they ain't going to fuck with you." He said, "But after that, they're going to mess with you. You want me to?" He said, "Y'all want me to put you in PC?" He's like, "Nah." He said, "No." It was one of the saddest things I ever, because it was like he knew he was going to be punk candy. He was like, "Nah.
Yeah.
He ain't want the cameras to follow him or nothing." Like, damn.
Yeah. That's just what it is, man. It's just certain either you get it or you don't. And right now it's just about getting paid. Cats, that's their main thing in prison now, is just getting paid. Ain't about, being booty bandits.
Right, man. I just can't see, fuck all of that, man. I just can't see another goddamn man handing me 60 years. And I'm 19, and that's all my life is gonna be, is behind bars. I mean, you ain't experienced some things, and so you ain't gonna miss what you ain't experienced. But you still stuck in that bitch knowing it's a whole world out there.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
you got the old heads who know, like, minimum, like, okay, I could sit down and do, 15 or even 20, like Big Meech and them cats. Didn't roll or anything. They took their time. Big Meech about to come home in a minute.
There you go.
But there was another dude who came out, one of the kingpins from DC. And he said when he did come home, he was gone so long. First time they took him out to eat, he goes to the restroom. He said he go use the restroom and the toilet flushed on its own and scared the shit out of him. He said he ran out the damn, bust out the stall.
Yeah.
Then he went to go wash his hands. He was like, and then the water came on by itself. He was like, he just freaked out, went back to the table, and everybody just looked at him like, what's wrong? He was like, man, the toilet flushed by itself and the water came on. They said everybody just started laughing at him. And think about it, man, he's been gone over 20-something years. He left, in the mid 90s. You know what I mean? And now he's trying to readjust, to this fast-paced, digital era.
Yeah. That's fucked up, man.
Stuff we take for granted, something as simple as using a restroom will trip a dude out if you've been gone that damn long.
Pretty much, if it couldn't fit in your ass, he didn't see it.
Yeah, man, he free now. He ain't got to worry about those ass exercises. Yeah, it'll fit up there.
Everything that he knew had this
that's it.
Shit,
that's
it. Shit attached
can I how far can I walk with this before we get lost? You have to lay down for a few days.
They just got the iPhone 1 and came out of somebody's ass.
They thankful now. Like, thank God these phones don't flip no more. Shit.
I had one of them open up in my ass back in '92.
Hey, just think about being the first motherfucker in prison with an iPad.
Oh my.
Like, man, who you bunking with?
Right. Oh my.
Per nail.
I gotta get me a gay roommate.
Right.
I want an iPad too.
Damn.
Right.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Son.
It's quite nasty, but
you know what you're gonna have to do to earn this iPad. Motherfucker, look.
Would you imagine being
a Kindle?
Can you imagine being the CEO when you found it and just looking at it? How the fuck? Yeah, that's you. That's you. I let the next shit find this motherfucker. I ain't touching that.
Right.
You know how much feces on that some bitch?
I ain't wearing gloves because it's evidence.
I ain't touching that.
It's cola.
You earned that motherfucker, man. You earned that.
You brought this in. It's yours.
Yeah.
Where the nigga get the tripod from?
Oh man.
Like they said, man, they showed the shit that they find in prison, all the tools and all the weapons, the tattoo needles and all that shit. How creative these cats get, man. It's like, well, damn.
Yeah,
motherfuckers is creative as hell. Well, hell, you got 20-something years to come up with some shit. So yeah, you get creative.
You ain't getting bored with TV and shit,
Mm-hmm.
Andy Dufresne would have been out if he was in today. You got some skilled motherfuckers bringing shit in their ass, man. Some ass merchants, some skilled niggas. Go ahead.
Do you guys hear about that 76-year-old black woman who was released from prison because of, they let her go early because of the pandemic, but then she was sent back for missing a phone call while taking a class.
I saw that.
You see that shit?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Y'all violated her because she missed a phone call because she was actually taking a class. She was learning how to use the damn computer because she want to help with disabled folks.
Right.
At 76. She's trying to get her shit straight. And they violated her. They ain't got shit else to do. They let her go because of the pandemic. She's 76. She's not high risk. But yet this is who you violate.
That's capitalism, man. These motherfuckers got to have them numbers in them jails, or you don't get that state funding. You know, these motherfuckers get paid per inmate. They giving kickbacks to judges, and I guarantee you, there's a reason why parole officers only make like $30,000 a year. They're easily influenced by $1. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
what we were just talking about, contraband. You got the COs. How much you think they make? And you got to do it like, man, I could give you a couple racks, once a month. It may smell funny, but if you wash it off, you know what I mean, it's still spin the same. I could get that money to you. I'm just saying, man. People say you test DNA or you test money and you see how much shit is on there, from cocaine to shit.
That's why I ain't carrying cash no more, man. But
wait a minute. You can't carry change either.
That too. Yeah.
Can you imagine how much currency is circulating with shit on it? You didn't touch it.
All of it. Just about all of it.
Yeah.
Just about all of it, man.
Think about that fucking prison money Ed was talking about. And remember Upright Citizens Brigade? Fucking ass pennies.
It's got old under titty lint on it and shit.
That's the least of your worries.
Yeah.
Just think about it.
Titty lint.
Getting, these crackheads, paying for, their next fix. Where do you think that money, the hands, all the shit that they had to do to get that money?
Yeah, all that shit be spent in the corner store. The corner store full of just shit
nastiness.
Right.
Yeah, they tested. It was like, man, most money has traces of feces, cocaine, all that shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts, man.
It's nasty.
But you know what? That story is an example of, you can do it, but you don't have to. They didn't need to violate that lady.
And it goes back to Tank's point about them trying to keep them numbers up. Don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn she's 76.
She was easy picking.
And we just kicked her out. We kicked her loose because of, the pandemic.
Yeah. If you 76
but yeah, let's make sure, she missed that one phone call because she was in a class.
Never know, man. She might have been like Brooks, wanting to go back.
I don't think
76. Shit. Can you imagine having to support yourself at 76 fresh out of jail?
Yeah, Brooks went to the grocery store. She was online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brooks forgot the double bag.
This.
Yeah.
Hey. What if she was using AOL? That's the reason why the phone was there. Look, that's how long she been in.
I don't want to laugh at that, man. I do not want to laugh at that. Damn, that's fucked up.
And the thing is, look,
that, man.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't remember what the fuck Brooks did, but you felt bad for Brooks would go. He would do his little grocery store gig, sit on the bench. No birds would come from the feed and shit. Then homie would go. He went back and he was just sitting there on the bed and said, "Fuck it," and carved his name and was out, man. That's got to be bad to be institutionalized, man.
Yeah, man. That's what happened to a lot of cats. That's the only way they know how to survive was within those walls. Like,
oh man,
the movie he said he was like first, they seem funny and all of a sudden it's kind of like it feels like home.
Yeah.
Hey, we're all institutionalized. Cut the internet off. See how many niggas starve to death.
I'm not.
Think about it. Cut the internet off. Motherfuckers wouldn't be able to order groceries.
Yeah.
Half of New York wouldn't be able to get anywhere. Everybody's doing Lyft and shit.
Yeah.
This whole fucking country was shut.
Well, we saw it during the pandemic, though. We thought, nigga, if the zombie apocalypse happened, I know I'm gonna eat. I'm just gonna have a shitty ass. Because motherfuckers didn't care about nothing but Clorox wipes and toilet paper, man.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, because it got ugly. That first wave, when it first hit, we went to the grocery store and realized there was no more meat coming.
Oh,
and we seeing the last of the last. And I'm looking like, hey, y'all out of chicken breast, man. He was like, yeah, trucks ain't coming. This is what's there is there.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
What do you mean? You know what I mean? I got to buy chicken out of a box. Really?
Right.
Nothing fresh?
You gotta catch a chicken, nigga. That's
right.
Yeah, it got crazy, man.
I was up early. I was up early at Walgreens at 8 in I buying toilet paper, and then I saw the sign like, "Yeah, y'all can only get 2." Man,
Yeah,
I went
that part.
I got up early and raided about 4-5 different Walgreens before motherfuckers got there.
Dude, I didn't know it was that.
I was hitting.
Like I said, we would go to Sam's or whatever, and they were all out. You know, people were waiting. You know, I was like, "Well, shit, there's only the 2 of us." You know, man, how much fucking toilet paper do we need? But they put the emphasis on we don't know when we're gonna get a fresh stock.
That's yep.
You know, and I was just like, oh, you got to be fucking kidding me, man.
Yep. I had a closet full of T-shirts washed with Bounty. I didn't give a fuck if there wasn't no toilet paper.
You was gonna make something happen.
Tank is old school.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that shit ain't gonna ruin my day. I'll tell you that. I shit in Iraq.
Y'all did all that, man. He was like, I ordered a bidet. Fuck y'all.
There you go. We getting one of them motherfuckers. We getting one of them. Yeah. Get your little bottle. I was up there. This is emasculating in a motherfucker, man. I can feel my manhood just running down my ass cheek. Yeah, man.
Cool. When them liter bottles from Iraq.
Oh my God.
Put a little soap in this motherfucker.
That shit hot. That shit 120 degrees.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Damn, that's crazy, man.
So dig it. Let's touch on this shit, man. Because I'm gonna try to do this as respectful as possible.
All right.
I don't know if either of you heard about what happened in Los Angeles with the trans person, the trans woman that disrobed
in
the woman's bathroom.
Yeah. Or no, it was the spa?
It was a spa in the women's locker room.
Yeah.
The trans woman went down there and disrobed, and there was a big uproar. The young lady went to the front. She was saying there was other women that were scared, but her and a few other women, they was like, yo, we got kids in here. Yeah. This motherfucker pulled his dick out. And he was like, well, we are not allowed to discriminate. She's like, nah, fuck that. There's a motherfucker down there with his dick out. Well, that's a trans woman. She said, nah, I don't believe in that shit. It's a motherfucker down there. It's a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old down there that ain't never saw a penis. And they saw one today. And so there's an article that to me, and I didn't like the way they wrote this shit, because they like, oh, woman goes on transphobic rant and tirade. No, it's a motherfucker with a dick in front of her children. How in the fuck are we not seeing right from wrong? You understand what I'm saying? So what do you gentlemen think about this?
I'm really on that. I am really perplexed, man, because it does crosses a line.
Yes.
People shouldn't have to be forced to explain to their children what's going on. I mean, you could tell them that's a trans person, but they shouldn't have to be seen and force-fed that live and direct.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You could do that. There's a million different ways you can do that could have been resolved. Right. You know what I mean? And that one was the extreme, which I don't think it should have went down that way, because again, but then on the flip, man, that company's policy is their policy. If they allow folks, but it's not like a sign up there telling people that we also embrace the community, the LGBTQ community. So I don't know, man. It's just one of those. I'm gonna go by case, and this one, I don't think this one was right.
See, my old lady had that type of run-in. She actually quit going to the bathroom. Damn near quit fucking around with the Y, because she said it was a fucking it was and again I said I'm gonna be respectful. It's one of them down there. And we playing a game with this shit because there was a man who he took his daughter to the bathroom and he heard his daughter screaming because one of these trans persons were trying to get into the stall to get to his daughter. So after he beat this motherfucker damn near to death, the cops arrested him and he's supposed to be facing time. But again, this is not the first time. You can look up and down the internet and there's stories where these motherfuckers are saying, yeah, I'm a trans person. You finding out these persons are pedophiles and they're attacking children, little girls in these bathrooms. But this whole liberal shit about everybody and their rights, listen, for me, and this is me being as reasonable and as mannerable as fuck. You can be whatever you want to be, but if you have a dick, you shouldn't be in a female's bathroom.
Again, that's why I said case by case.
Mm-hmm.
No, case man, fuck all of
case.
that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There should be no reason why they have public places and people are supposed to be sharing fucking stalls. Like, I mean, sharing an open like changing room. Like that shouldn't be a thing from the beginning. You know, like there were grown ass men raping boys and shit. Like it shouldn't just be about a dude with tits walking in. I'm sorry. It shouldn't be about a trans woman walking into a woman's bathroom and then exposing herself to a bunch of kids. Like y'all all shouldn't be in the same fucking room. I don't give a shit what sex you are. Like open area changing room shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. And why hasn't always been a thing? You know,
here's the thing.
I like that. I like that point. It wasn't even about gender. It's about you shouldn't even be in that arena with children present.
I don't give a shit. Like when my son was little, like I didn't want to take him to a place where a bunch of dudes are getting fucking naked. Gotcha. You know, like it just
Now let me say this.
This shit is foul from jump.
The Y up here had something different. I noticed this one day. They have adult bathrooms, and then they have children's. So the girls, it's a little girls, so it's only little girls in there. Now, there's absolutely no reason. To me, this was the perfect way to solve the problem. I was looking for my daughter one day. There was a mother there. Hey, can you go in and look for my daughter? Was she taking too long? She was able to go in there. So if you are a trans individual, trans woman, you have no fucking reason to go in there.
Right.
There is absolutely no fucking reason for you to go in that little girl's bathroom. Now, to your point, I agree 100%. But I think the reason they do it like that is how many fucking stalls would you have to build to accommodate that many people?
Ain't my fucking problem. It shouldn't be a thing from the beginning.
I'm absolutely with you. Yeah.
You shouldn't have naked people that you don't fucking know changing next to you. I don't give a shit. Like,
man, look,
and
Cuddy,
it shouldn't be two kids doing it either. You know,
look, I got a story. In Texas, I was in a 24-hour fitness. I'm sitting down on the bench, getting ready to change up my shit. Next thing I ain't look up or nothing. It's this motherfucker like, hey, you know, I can get a turkey. Let me not do that. You know where I can get a turkey? It was this Asian dude. It was around Thanksgiving. Stop, man. Stop, son. Stop. I caught myself.
Yeah, my man. I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for that. Go for it.
Because you know, I don't want to.
Yeah, I know how you. I know, and for you to put the, hit the pause. I got you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be better for the sake of the show. I want us to get some money, man.
You was Asian rights a couple weeks ago.
I don't want to Bruce Lee this shit.
Got you.
So you understand what I mean when I say Bruce Lee? Mr. Coppola gets it. So money is. I didn't even look up. I just heard this motherfucker like, yeah, man. You know where I can get a. They do different turkeys. Like you got fried, and then it's another. You got fried turkeys, and then you got another one. But he was looking for a specific. I'm like, man, I don't know. He said, yeah, man, because I like a specific kind of turkey. He wasn't talking to no sexual way or nothing, but he was just like, yeah, I'm looking for this particular type of turkey. I'm like, nah, man. Oh, this motherfucker standing butt naked. Like right here. I'm like, oh, motherfucker backed up. But I'm like, why are you that close to me, man? You know,
Making turkey puns.
But this is the thing. This is the thing, though. In those gyms, you're gonna learn. In those fucking gyms, you got butt naked ass dudes just standing there having whole conversations.
The saunas, the what you call
Right.
it, the bathhouses, all that stuff, man.
Yeah. I go into the family bathroom where it's only supposed to be one person. And I changed my shit. There ain't no rule that you can't go in there. So I just eliminate all of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Again, that would be my advice to anyone that's worried about this type of thing, because it's things going on that none of us agree with in society. Right now, the majority is being ran by the minority because we let the minority have a louder voice. There is no reason why these women, and the woman was right to feel uncomfortable. I don't know what the fuck. Now, I get it. She was outraged. But it kind of goes back to what Mr. Coppola said. If that's their policy, what does she expect those employees to say?
Right.
However, she was exercising her right as a customer to, hey, what the fuck
and she
is
said
this?
That she said I'm gonna start taking my business elsewhere. And
right.
That's your right. But
right.
Again, most companies aren't going to have that on display. Like, hey, it's a possibility that so and so may be in the changing room with you.
Right. But
they don't say that.
There should be something.
If you got a dick, you know you got a dick, and
you got a dick.
You shouldn't be pulling a dick out
in front of
in a woman's bathroom.
You know what
in
you're
front
doing.
of children.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah. You know you can hold off for a minute. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep.
And
you could have waited until that room was empty.
I'm so glad you said that, because motherfucker, if you want people to be able to tolerate you, because that's what they saying. We want tolerance. If you want motherfuckers to be able to tolerate you, then you have to quit the intolerable acts. It's a motherfucking child. Just wait a minute.
No matter what your sexual orientation is,
there you go.
Or what you identify as, you just don't do that in front of a child.
You don't do that in front of a child. You did it in front of two of them because you knew it was going to occur. You might feel that way, but you know what you are. You know what people see you as. You know what the people know what you are. Everybody ain't playing motherfucker pretend. Now, this is the other problem I had with the video. She's upset. She's going on this rant. Some fucking white dude decides to come up in her face. And he was like, yo, what's the problem? She was like, this motherfucking man in there with his dick out. She was like, well, it's not a man. She's like, he's got a dick. It's a fucking man. He's like, well, you're being a dick right now because you're discriminating. That's a trans woman. If that person identifies. She said, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I came to relax. It's two children down there. This motherfucker had his dick out. I don't like the fact that let me say this. They said that the guy was gay. Just because you fucking gay, bro, don't mean you can confront a woman. Don't mean you should be confronting a woman like that, because he actually walked up on this woman. Now, we live in a society say you ain't supposed to put your hands on a woman. Okay, cool, but that should not then be bypassed because you're gay.
Yeah, that's what they call microaggressions.
Right. Stay the fuck out of her face, because then here's the problem. What if her husband was in the hallway? What if her husband came out and saw this man like, oh, you're being a dick, and decided to knock his motherfucking head off? Oh, he being homophobic, this, that, and the other. Well,
no, it was just another man, raising his voice.
There you go.
A woman. And some guys don't have the tolerance or the skill set to use their words.
Right.
You know what I mean? To try to de-escalate the situation. It's just, you know what? 2-piece in a biscuit.
Look,
I'm not going to say look like you was hungry.
I got a bigger question for you. Hey man, when two women fight, they call that shit a cat fight, right?
Right.
If two trans men are fighting, do they call it a bobcat fight?
Man, get the hey, nigga, you done came up with the new name for these motherfuckers.
There it is.
We gonna call
there
motherfuckers
it is.
Bobcats from now on.
There it is.
We got these Bobcats and potato heads.
Oh, they're gonna shut us down. They're gonna shut us down.
This whole time,
Thank you, people.
I'm working on being respectful.
Thank you for listening.
Right. All our 120.
Oh my God, man.
Listen,
Facts.
man. Facts. But listen,
Facts.
man. Look, man. There's a thing called decorum. Feel how you want to feel. Live your best life. If you want to be an elephant, I don't give a fuck. But don't have your trunk out in front of motherfuckers who shouldn't see your trunk. And if you's a dude, it's a way you outrage. You so into your community that you're outraged because she's referring to this motherfucker as what he biologically is. But you're not outraged about a little child being exposed to something they shouldn't have been.
Right.
There's something wrong with that person. And I just don't think that he should have walked up on a sister like that. Like your status, your sexual status ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you're being aggressive towards my old lady.
Not at
now
all.
I'm gonna have to punch you in the fucking throat. I'm gonna have to test your motherfucking jaw because you decide if you look, man.
Well, what would have happened if the woman took off on him?
She would have been wrong.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he was just trying to de-escalate the situation. But again, certain people, you know what I mean? They feel that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it's not on the up and up, man, people, they get dealt with accordingly.
And I feel like, look, maybe he was trying to de-escalate it at first, but when he wanted to resort to calling her a dick, like
right.
My thing is this, homie, because you believe in a certain thing, and because you want to play make believe with these people who feel a certain way, because you want to live in that world with them, don't mean that everybody else has to. And we need to remember that not everybody is going to feel the same way you do. Our people had to remember that shit. Yeah, it's some of these people that's cool, but then there's other places that we can't. Our people, for some people, all white people weren't bigots. Our people know that, but they also knew that there's certain towns that they had to be out of by the time the sun went down. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's just this shit is, and look, I seen in the comment section, there was a trans person in there. And I seen a few of them. They said, shit, this is hard for me because I'm a trans person. But I also understand that it was 2 children in there. I understand that people aren't necessarily. This was what this person was saying, and I thought this shit was so mature. They said, so I used the proper bathroom until somebody asked, like, hey, are you in the wrong bathroom? But I understand. Another gay person came out after that whole Little Nas X debacle with the BET Awards. This motherfucker came out and said, come on now, you making it harder for us. You making it harder for us. Our community, we trying to be progressive, but we ain't got to be all out there like this. What we doing? We being disrespectful now. We forcing this shit on them, and they don't like that.
See, I feel a little different on the Little Nas X situation because they beat him down so bad for him being the way that he is in this genre. You know what I mean? And it's always extra when you're, a person of color doing that. So my thing is, man, I want him to keep. I want people to feel uncomfortable being uncomfortable. I like that. Push the envelope.
I mean, the
me about him being, being a black rapper and gay. Come on, man. This community wasn't like, all right, man, we got you. You know what I mean? Until he start doing numbers. Until he start doing crossover shit. Now he's a factor. Now you can't put that genie back in the bottle.
See
what I'm saying? He came out, you know what I mean? And he's, to me, man, he's blazing. I'm not with his music or whatever, but I'm down for what he stands for. It's cool with me.
Respect.
I have no issue with that, man. When you gonna get down with fucking gangster rap, you can get down with this dude. You know what I mean? Seriously, you can get down with him.
Yeah, I mean, gangster rap is a parody of Black life.
There you
and
go.
this dude is a parody of homosexuality. But still, I mean, like if we're gonna go and gravitate to theater and performers, these are the same guys they were when we were in high school. You know, what do you expect now? You know,
and my
like,
thing is,
we should be used to this, to performers being homosexual. You know, like
yes, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
get it.
There's to me, it's a
Like,
fake
if you don't
outrage.
like it, tune out.
That's
Again,
it.
dig it. I don't think it's necessarily that. For me, it's not that. Look, this motherfuckers we always knew was gay. Motherfuckers knew Luther was singing to Freddie Jackson all his motherfucking life. His whole career, he was singing. Well, these niggas was singing back and forth to each other. He sang "If This World Was Mine" to
and
Freddie.
Remember what I just said about I want folks to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because they always talk about especially in the Black church. They don't want, like, they don't like the idea of folks being gay. I'm like, who do you think is leading your choir?
There you go. We knew who it was.
My thing is, that's why I want like guys like Little Nas X to force feed you. Now you like, oh, I was watching this, so and so's on there. Oh wow, he's kissing a dude. Yeah, give it to him. Give it to him, because they want to act like it's not happening. It's happening. It's been happening.
My shit about it is this. My dude, be gay as you want to be, but we don't need to see the live sex acts, man. I don't want to see that shit in your music, my nigga.
That's the uncomfortableness you need to get comfortable with. That's what I'm saying.
Man,
it's been happening.
But this is my thing.
Sorry, bro.
A lot of us, especially in our circle, we hip hop purists, man. A lot of us love the lyrics. We know lyrics. Okay, we know lyrics is out the window. We know being a wordsmith, being a fucking MC, that shit is the last motherfuckers doing it is people from our era. We blessed that Redman is still making albums. We blessed that DJ K Slay has got a motherfucking 3-hour track with 197 artists on that motherfucker still getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
For me, hip hop ain't about a motherfucker on stage tonguing some nigga down. If it was a dude and a broad, what is this shit about?
Dude,
hey, man, it's changing. There's a reason it's changing. I mean, we grew up where you knew good rap because you fucking heard it. It wasn't on TV.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see a fucking show.
Right.
You motherfuckers didn't have to captivate us with their eyes. You was a motherfucking rapper. You was an MC. You was that shit if it made its fucking circles around your fucking ears.
Absolutely.
I mean, and it's completely different now. You can catch a motherfucker's eyes if you fucking riding the devil's dick.
Man, look,
this is the era we in right now, man.
Look, man, I ain't for the shock value shit. I want to shit. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I was not, listen, when he got Billy Ray Cyrus on that shit, I was like, okay. Then when they put it on the Rambo shit, that shit was perfect when for the trailer for The Last Blood. Take my heart. Then we found out he was singing about some niggas. I was like, wait a second, let's back up. You know, Frank Ocean had a song that I thought was so goddamn smooth. Then we find out he's singing the dudes. My thing is, it's not it's not that these motherfuckers is gay.
Hip hop has been slipping shit in when cats not even paying attention. Remember when
LL said the gayest shit ever? Go ahead.
Hold on. Remember when LL did that commercial for The Gap? And he slipped in there. He was like, for us, by us. He slipped in a FUBU ad.
Right.
During the that's what I'm saying. That slickness of the hip hop community. How we could just, we could fuck cats up, real smooth, and they're not paying attention. They're like, oh, we got this, this top rapper, and he gonna promote our brand. But on the low, he promoting the hood.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I mean? And that's what Little Nas X is. He's kicking the doors down, man. He's making you uncomfortable.
Let me say
that's
this.
what hip hop is.
Well, he's achieved his goal with me. Listen, son.
Oh, painless.
Listen.
Ain't feeling it.
I ain't got time to play.
Go for it. Say, man, I don't want to see no two dudes doing what they doing on stage, man. They're over there giving a lifetime achievement award to Queen Latifah. I don't want to see that.
At this point,
respect
man,
to that, because she should have been had it. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Let me say this. Let me say this, Quartermaster. This is my thing. We've been hearing this shit for years. in hip hop music. Remember, we used to talk about this shit. Hip hop to me is like that scene in that movie that Tyler Durden was showing in Fight Club. And he spliced that little scene in, people watching the movie, then they see the dick on the screen, but it flashed so quick that they don't know if they really seen it. That's kind of like when we heard Biggie say, "Yeah, you look so good, I suck on your daddy's dick." And we was like, "Oh, what the fuck did this nigga just say? Huh?" Rewind it. You listen to the East Siders. He was talking about it. He was saying something about it. I made a suck on my. I made it. What did he say? I was rubbing the tits. I made a suck on my dick while he was done. I said, "Oh, what did this supposed gangster ass nigga say?" I get it. It's shock value. But my nigga, you and Diddy up there, he did that. Like, nigga, just jump on out the motherfucker. Just jump out the motherfucker. And just, I can't do it, man. I'm a dinosaur.
That's cool, been there. That's cool. But again, it always has been there, and that's what hip hop is, man. You know, from fuck the police to like, ooh, y'all shouldn't be saying that. What y'all doing that, man?
Have you never seen like the Furious Five?
Hey, they just dressed fucked up. They just that was clothes, homie. That was clothes.
Lines.
The Gap Band, the Gap Band, they said some gay shit in Gap Band. Then the white lines.
Hey man, I'm just saying, motherfucking performers have always dressed like performers,
right? Like, okay, the Gap.
They all came off. They all was coming off the mothership, right? George and them, and then you had Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel. They all had the feathers, the outfits, and then you had Run DMC was like, dude, we ain't coming out in feathers.
But they did not give the devil
no shoestring Adidas, these damn gangster caps, and we're gonna have these leather fucking suits.
But they didn't give the devil a lap dance.
Nah,
they still had bitches. The one with the diaper on probably had more bitches than anybody from the from the Funkadelics. Yeah,
Star Child.
I mean, but just think about it. Just think about it.
Oh, hold on, but hold on. Back then they said everybody fucked together. What do you think that meant?
Man, I'm
George and them having George, Bootsy, all of them. They say everybody. We did everything together. The mothership connection. Everything was done together, son. You just didn't see it.
You gotta think about. Who knows? I mean, when Run DMC when them was in, and they were trying to find Run DMC's look for them to go out. You know what they say? Start dressing like Jay. Yep. That's how Jay dressed every day. That's how the streets dressed. Like, once they turn on them cameras, you get motherfuckers putting on a motherfucking diaper and fucking like it's always performer fucking wear, because you're trying to catch it. Performers are supposed to look a certain way.
And this is just the era we in. Like you talked about how dudes, will have a, one night stand with a chick or whatever and mess around and get up and put her pants on. You don't know. They don't know who clothes is which these days. You see what I'm saying? Like, these fit extra. I like your pants. It's just what it is right now, man. I'm sorry, old Painless is like you said, he's a dinosaur, man. It's just where we at right now.
Nah, man. He's not seeing the bigger picture. Like, man,
you said what?
If you see a performer, expect them to be the same kids from drama class in high school.
I agree. Listen, no. Look, don't get it misconstrued what I'm saying. I'm not saying that be who you want to be. I'm older now, hence old Painless. People whatever your twist is your twist. I'm not about to sit up here and argue why motherfuckers shouldn't be gay. Or why you shouldn't put on a dress. If that's your twist, that's your twist. I'm arguing decorum. I'm arguing let's do things respectably and act like we have some sense because we have space to share with other individuals. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not one of these motherfuckers that's gonna see you if you a dude and I know you a dude and you got on some bullshit and I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna give you your respect like I give everybody else. What I'm saying is, I ain't got no broad bent the fuck over in front of you, pumping her in the ass. I don't want to see you living your best life in front of me. That's all I'm saying, man. Certain things don't need to be advertised to everybody, man. That's all I'm saying, man.
Check this out. What
What
if you unplugged? What if you unplugged?
Were you in drama class?
No TV, no internet, no outside influence, just you and your family, you know, for a whole day, how much gay shit do you think you would see?
None.
It's all a performance. Our fucking news isn't news. It's a
Bro,
performance.
I'm with you. I'm
fucking
with you.
TV isn't,
I'm
and
absolutely
performers
with
are going to always be
I see your
performers, man.
point.
Motherfucker,
I see
you know what I
your
mean?
point. I see your point. Like,
It's
this
we're
shit is a
too plugged
game.
in.
I get
We're
you.
too
I get
plugged
you.
in is the problem.
Oh, I didn't even
So
watch
we're
the shit.
always. Well, no, I'm just saying, like that is what is always been. It's just we're so plugged in now. We're
Okay.
getting too much of everything.
I see your point, but this is what I'm saying. This is what the fuck I'm saying. Plugged in or not, I don't want to see two niggas kissing.
I understand. Nobody. I'm just saying. Hey, look, it would never. You would never see it if you unplugged.
Dang it.
I wouldn't even know it's a thing. I wouldn't know tossing salads was a thing if I didn't fucking see it on TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
they gave it to
like,
us. It was a
they
scared
gave
straight.
it to us,
That was
man.
the
This
whole
shit
point.
is programming, bro.
And it worked.
And now
it
they
worked.
could program you with your phone, with your internet, you know,
everything.
fucking
It worked,
TV,
son.
with the radio.
Listen,
everything
man.
you stare at's got an advertisement on it for dick.
Listen.
Yeah.
Right.
Pills,
It's a
all that
dick
shit, man.
algorithm out
Everything.
there. It's an evil dick algorithm
Like
out
I
there.
was looking for a book, and all of a sudden I just see this damn Cialis commercial.
There you
know,
go.
These
There you
ads
go.
keep popping up. You know,
Let me tell you something. It's bad when you got to go on the porno sites and you got to click on heterosexual. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Hey, one day I went on. Listen, son. Check it out, son. Listen, son. I was on X Hamsters one day, right? X videos and shit. Nigga, I'm looking up some shit. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. What was that? Oh, it's another one. Wait a minute. Titties. Oh, no. And then I'm like, what the fuck? What is this set to? You had to click the settings, man. I knew nothing about this shit, man. Fuck my lunch up, man.
It will throw you off, man. It will throw you off. You're looking for one thing, and then you see.
I ain't even want to do what I wanted to do no more.
Yeah,
right.
You're looking for one thing, and then you just scroll down and see a square, and it's doing this, and you
saw
like
two cabooses. You saw two cabooses.
And then you got to spend the next 2 hours like just worrying if you're gay now. And if anybody's ever going to hear that you did that and watch that,
have to worry about that
hey,
shit.
now there's an internet record of you watching some gay shit, and somebody's going to accuse you of being gay.
Man. Let me tell you something. I quit watching that shit on the computer, man, because I was worried the government might record that shit one day and use it against me, man.
Hey, no.
They might use that shit, throw it up on the gay site. Next, hey, nigga, we just gonna watch this shit. Some shit popped up with you on the gay site. I don't trust none of this shit. I don't watch that shit. I'm not watching that shit no more.
It happens, man, when you searching. I remember I got jacked up. My man gave me back when we were back in the old days when we had DVDs. And my man was like, yeah, you know, it's a double-sided DVD. Flip that joint over, man. There's more shit to watch. And I didn't know what the flip side was. And sure enough,
man.
B side.
And I couldn't hit the stop button. My batteries was dead or something, man. But the shit kept going. I damn near broke my DVD player trying to get the fucking thing out.
Let me tell you something. I quit watching a lot of this shit when some shit started making me disgusted. I was like, oh no. I just watch cam videos, man. That's what I got. That's what it boiled down to, man. When I had to watch that shit, that's but
I had to put in heterosexual just so they know.
Yes, you
this
had
is
to,
all
man.
I want to see. I don't want
you don't
I
want
don't want a collabo of everything.
And I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was I thought I was like, look at them titties. But how that person got a dick and titties? That's when I said, oh shit. I'm watching. It was a lady boy. I'm like, no, let me get the fuck up off this bitch.
That's why I hate fake tits. I fucking can't stand fake tits.
I don't like them,
bro.
That is
it's
what
because
you're associated with.
I associated with fucking men.
I want to see. I want to see thunderbolts. I want to see thunderbolts on my.
That's crazy.
I don't give a shit if them motherfuckers are knee knockers now. They better be
real.
Either.
Yeah, thunderbolts or lightning strikes. I don't give a damn. They better be there.
Yeah. Areola's this big, motherfucker. That's what I want.
Hey, but real talk. We're all in our 40s, and maybe we need to come accustomed to being the minority of heterosexuals in a largely homosexual world.
No, because that's the thing. It's not a large that's the smallest population.
Yeah,
we're more accepted. Look, this is the thing. Let me say this again, man. I have nothing. Motherfucker, do what you want to do. I just for me, it's just don't push it on me. Don't press me with it. And for them, they know, hey, nigga, you ain't got to be around this. And I'm like, cool, you right. So I let motherfuckers have they stay in your bedroom with your shit. I stay in my bedroom with mine. You understand what I'm saying? You know, now, it's just really when certain shit. People got the right to live their life. People have to live the lives. Once you were born into this motherfucking world, man, and you mature and come of age, it's on you to live the best life that you can, or else we just have a bunch of psychotic motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? It's enough room for everybody. It's enough room for everybody in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? They're a small minority. It's more than enough room for them. But don't put your shit over into my airspace. That's all I'm saying. Don't bring it over here. Because I'm not going, look, it ain't even got to be nothing sexual. I'm not going to encroach over into your space with violence, obscenery, anything that you feel shouldn't be in your space. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Just don't share your guy talk with me, huh?
What?
Share the locker room talk. Our guys talk about all the ass they got the night before.
Grabbing them.
Yeah, we just don't have that conversations no more.
What conversation?
No, I'm saying you stand in the locker room, talking to your homeboy like, hey man, I banged so and so last night.
No, because that's conversations that we can have though, because we heterosexual motherfuckers. We older, we ain't supposed to really be having those conversations.
Exactly.
I'm not having that conversation about my motherfucking old lady. I know Mr. Copel ain't doing that with the lady of the house. We're mature men now. But if we were, hey man, I just met this bad chocolate bitch last night. That's what we used to do. I met this bad chocolate bitch with monkey hands. I got to tell you about her. You know what I'm saying? So
come on, man. Come on, man. Damn, son.
Hey, I like to remind you about that every now and again.
Hey, that and that bitch walk like she poison. Those are the two jokes I'll never forget.
Who?
Motherfucker says she used to walk like she poison.
Who?
Monkey hands.
I said she walk like she poison.
No. Somebody else said that. I'm just saying, like your joke, what you just said about her having fucking monkey hands and walking like she poison are the two things that always make me giggle about that chick, man.
Oh man, she was gorgeous, man. She good girl, gorgeous. I'm just saying she always had them band-aids on the tip of her fingers, man. Like Simeon hand, motherfucker.
Moving on, man. Moving on.
Let's move on. Let's do that.
You guys, there's a documentary that just came out from our man Questlove from The Roots. He found old footage of the Summer of Soul. It was the same time. Yeah, it's on Hulu. I checked that out Saturday, man. Very, very, very dope. It's like a Black Woodstock. It was during the same time as Woodstock, and nobody wanted to pick it up, and it just sat in its cans for years until Questlove found it, and he put it out there. Man, you see it, man. It's a beautiful thing, and it was a free concert. B.B. King, Nina Simone, Stevie Wonder. Man, the list goes on of all these performers that came down to Harlem, and they just performed. I think it was over a few weeks, and it was something to see, man. You guys get a chance, check it out. Summer of Soul.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, on Hulu, man. It's pretty deep, and considering nobody wanted to, pick it up. Fucking they had a sponsorship from fucking Maxwell House. but nobody at that time, because it was competing with Woodstock.
Of course, that's what I was
You know what I
about to
mean?
say.
So you tell me why they didn't want to pick up that version. Hell, Mahalia Jackson was there. See what I'm saying?
Raw.
It was
And I
it was something to see, man. I mean, you had just black folks there, selling merch. People brought their kids picnicking and cooking out, all of that shit. It was
it
beautiful.
show unity, man. They ain't
Yeah,
want you to see that.
and you see the crowd. I mean, man, just check it out. You guys get a chance, man.
I'm
I
gonna check
would
it out.
plug that, to the fullest. It was pretty dope, and considering that all that footage just sat for so many years,
I'm gonna check it
Quest
out
found it.
because
Yeah, man, get a chance, check it out, man. Just want
I
to put
love
that out there.
Mahalia Jackson.
Hey, I wonder, like how many of our historical events are going to see the light of day now that we have YouTube, or services like this.
Yeah, who
Bro,
knows, man? Because
there's a
it's
ton of
probably
shit.
a lot of stuff. This is just like the beginning. You know what I mean? There's certain events that went on that didn't get to shine because nobody wanted to back it. I just hope it don't get destroyed.
Let me say this. That reminds me of Spook Who Sat by the Door, the film. They said that shit was lost for like 30 years, 40 years until
Mhm.
Robert Townsend found a print of it. It was just locked away. It was an old print. They destroyed each version of the film, and he found it, remastered it, and put it out. I don't know if you guys seen it, but Spook Who Sat by the Door was pretty raw. It was it was a black spy story, but it's not what you think. Gotta watch that shit. It was bad as fuck. So I would venture to say that if they did that with that and they did it with Summer Soul, it's so much shit out there that we
Yeah,
aren't
that
privy
didn't
to.
make it. That's
Yeah.
still in the editing room.
Yep.
That didn't make it out of the editing room. It's just sitting there because somebody pulled funding.
There you go.
You know, but
I gotta
yeah, man, I love Quest for doing
Mhm.
something like that, man. And he won like all kind of awards at Sundance and all that for it. And yeah, I was just reading the story on how they called him. I was like, yeah, you won like the top 2 awards, and he's the house band for
what's
what,
not Jimmy
oh,
Kimmel,
the other dude from the
Saturday Night
new
Live.
new Johnny Carson. What's his
Yeah,
name?
just killing it. He took homeboy Jay Leno's spot.
Jay Leno's spot. Yeah, the Tonight Show.
Um
The Roots are the house band,
yeah.
and he said he was on his way to 30 Rock, and he was like, they called him while he was getting out the car, and he said the only thing he could think of was, it's the wintertime. He was like, shit, my feet wet. I done wore Crocs today. Only thing he's thinking about is getting some fresh socks. And they
Right.
telling him that he done won the top 2 awards at Sunday. He's like, okay, thank you. And
Jimmy
then knowing how
Fallon.
big it was. Yeah, Mr. Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he put that together, man.
Dope.
So anybody out there, check it out, man. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I saw it. I just didn't I need to see something like that, man. I'm just watching all this
That's it,
crazy
man.
shit in the
Nina
world. Yeah.
Simone, Sly and the Family Stone,
Cold.
and Stevie doing his thing, young Stevie. Yeah, it was a lot of performance out there, man.
Stevie had some of the coldest shit. I had 3 CDs worth of his shit. Amazing music, man.
They
Amazing.
showed him playing on that damn keyboard, and if you watch his hands, it doesn't even seem real. It doesn't even seem real. The way he's moving through those keys, it just doesn't seem.
It's almost like you can see him.
Thank you. Thank
They
you.
said he could.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. That's what it looked like. The way he was doing it, and I was like, please, the way he was moving, I was like, I don't want them to show him falling off this chair. You know what I mean? Because he do what he do with his head. And I was like, man, I know he see this fucking microphone. He gonna smack it. You know what I mean? The way he's bobbing and weaving, it's like, dude. And I'm just trying to focus on his fucking hands, but yet I'm seeing his head in and out of frame. You know what I mean? But he's killing the keys. Again, you get a chance, man. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's crazy because the band is following him. You know what I mean? He'll go off and start doing his freestyle. And the band, they'll slow down and let him do his thing, and then they'll come back in, and it's amazing, man. It's crazy how. And then he was playing the drums. Yeah.
But if you're blind, could you really shake your head till you get dizzy enough to not do anything?
I don't know if that's just the way his timing. You know what I mean? How
Might
he
have
keeps
something to do
time.
with timing, yeah.
It might have, because a lot of cats do certain things to keep timing and within their rhythm or whatever. So that might be part of his timing.
Mhm.
I mean, but if you're blind, do you get dizzy?
If I close my eyes, I get dizzy. When I'm walking, I try to be like, "Oh shit!"
It's different. It's different.
Yeah, I mean,
you could
like
open
you would
your
run
eyes.
into shit if you were, if
you say
your
other
eyes-
things are heightened when you lose a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that shuts
That
down
motherfucker
if
got
you don't get.
stability.
Just think about maybe do blind people get seasick?
I don't know. That's what
You
I'm
see what I'm
wondering.
saying? You don't know. Maybe that goes away. Like, I done took away your ability to see, so I won't make it so that you can't ever get on a cruise. So I don't know how that works.
You ain't shit.
Blind
You
motherfucker.
really ain't shit.
You brought that shit up, man.
I took this motherfucker side.
He take it, he give it. I don't know.
I gotta give him
man.
something.
I don't know.
Here goes some extra hearing, my nigga.
Yeah,
That shit sound like some shit the devil would do. Take his sight and have him love the sea.
Yeah.
The
I'm sure
motherfucker never know he on it.
He could tickle those keys. Watch this, But again, man, they, like I said, they showed just, they were on stage and they were like over his shoulder a little bit with the camera, and they just showed him killing these damn keys, and it's just like, oh my goodness, this dude is a genius.
You seen that video where they're recording like We Are the World or something, and that motherfucker reaches out and grabs that microphone. He catches a microphone.
See,
like Paul McCartney's walking past and he bumps this mic stand, and the fucking mic stand starts falling over, and Stevie goes to catch the bitch.
I don't know if he's totally blind. He may see shadows. I don't know.
Maybe he colorblind and he just playing that shit up. Like
maybe he's a ninja. He didn't need to see.
Right.
See,
like,
let me put these glasses on. This
shit
shit
some other shit, and he a Shaolin monk. He could catch it.
He's the Black Daredevil.
The dude
the
who
hard master.
trained Remo Williams. I don't know.
He taught him Shinanju.
That was a bad dude.
Either way, man. I mean, like,
I
wonder if that was
in your country soap opera.
Because it makes you wonder, like, if that's your hustle, if you grew up fucking poor, a kid playing the piano, nobody gives a fuck. But a blind kid playing the piano, that'll feed your family.
Right,
and motherfucker blew up like he was that good. He blew the fuck up. Now he got to keep staying blind. like I mean, that might have been his hustle. Like the motherfucker grew up on like a peanut farm or some shit, didn't he?
Right. What if
I think that was Ray.
Oh yeah.
These
two blind niggas mixed up.
What if my nigga
was saying he could see too?
Right. What if my dude was on the corner and like, damn, I got to figure out a way to hustle this shit, and he just put some glasses on and then he had to keep the act up and shit.
Yeah.
Man, that was, like I said, you got to think about dudes back in that era had to. Him, Little Richard, we knew he wasn't straight, but he had to portray that role. You never saw him with another dude, but you knew.
Yeah.
Like I said, Luther, we knew. Luther didn't have to say. In every video, I was a kid, and I used to be like, why this cat ain't up on the bitch? Why he's standing by singing while the other nigga is getting some ass?
He's wearing a purple windbreaker.
I remember, like I said, when that Excuse Me Miss video came on, he looking at her, not her, he looking at her outfit. Like, she trying to outshine me. Just saying, pay attention, folks.
I just noticed the timing I just noticed that we used to think that him and Freddie Jackson was battling all them years. We was like, damn, these motherfuckers sound good. Damn, it's a lot of passion. Damn, he drop a song right after he drop a song. He dropped if he dropped if the world was mine and this motherfucker. Have you ever loved somebody? Could you learn to love
Love that song.
somebody
Love that song.
the
Yeah.
way somebody loves you?
And then
Yeah.
now that we're older, we realize he's talking about a dude.
There you go.
Yeah.
It throws
There you
everything
go.
off, but it's still a beautiful song. It is what
man,
it is.
and that's what I'm saying, man. He could be singing to a nigga all he want, but I'm listening to it with a woman. So fuck it. I like this shit.
That's the thing. I mean, it didn't bother you. We're
Yeah, 'cause
constantly plugged in to everything.
You're
But this,
absolutely
you know,
right.
but see, for me, this is why a lot of this shit sometimes I get a little bit too passionate about, because I think our community gets painted very poorly. Again, we knew who the fuck was who back in the day, and we never made this big stink. And I've heard older black folks say, "Hey, man, you had white folks that was like that. They used to flee to our communities because we were accepting."
Yeah.
If you read up, like I was reading on like collaborator girls, for instance, and they were in France when the Nazis invaded. A lot of the French women would start fucking around with the Nazi soldiers, and so they called them collaborator girls. Once the war was over, all of those women, the people never forgot them, so they balled these bitches, tarred and feathered them, and made them walk down the streets, for what they did. Well, it was talking about the Asian women who came to America and during the war, and a lot of them went into black communities because they felt like blacks were more accepting because of what the hardships that they faced in this country. So that's where they would go. All of these groups, well, you fast forward all these years and this old blacks have been the most homophobic. But then again, it goes back to what you're saying, man. It's the media and it's all the show. And it's all propaganda.
Unplug. That's all you got to do. Like Tank
Yeah.
said, it wouldn't hit you as hard if it wasn't in your face constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I be in this for you lying motherfuckers.
I would know, half the shit in the world, like everything that pretty much bothers me.
Right.
Comes
There you go.
from being plugged in.
Right.
There you go.
If I wasn't plugged in, man, it'd just be me and my kids, just chilling out.
That's
Right.
it.
Yeah, but you got to be plugged in.
You got to be plugged in because you need to know what they know, because you
There
don't
you
want to be
go.
last to know,
Right on.
about some bullshit.
Right
We should have
on.
raised our kids in the wilderness.
Right.
Shit, man, we go ahead and we transition and end on our man from Akron, Mr. LeBron James. I told you earlier about him. They so-called saying he almost got into a fight with an announcer at his son's game, even though it wasn't even that deep. It's just that the announcer had to put some extra sauce on some shit on
Right.
his son's call, saying that the reason why his son got the call is because his dad is in attendance. Some shit like that. It's like, dude, let the kids play.
Right.
You know what I mean? LeBron James isn't out on the floor. His junior is out on the floor. And his daddy's right here. He could literally reach out and touch you. So be
Right.
mindful. You know what I mean? Of what you say. And just let he already has a shadow or, that he's living up under. Let the kid play, man.
Well, here's my thing. One, apparently Bronny is a bad motherfucker. His son, apparently he's a bad motherfucker. Number two, again, this goes back to what I was saying about the corn. You might feel that way. You probably some miserable motherfucker mad because you wanted to play basketball, but your life amounted to being an announcer at a little league varsity game or some shit like that. And you got to see one of the world's greatest athletes' son be better than you at fucking 16, 15.
Yeah.
And whatever you feel, remember, you're in the presence of children. And how is that child going to feel to hear that the only reason he's good? Because see, again, man, I don't know what color the announcer was. I'm not going to even try. Well, I'm going to make it about that. I don't know what color the announcer was, but it just seems that whenever we demonstrate greatness, especially our children, it's got to be some sort of loophole, something given to them, some affirmative, something this. No, motherfucking, our babies are just great, and again, keep that shit to yourself, man. These are kids that,
Again, you're right, because that
they
was that
babies.
extra shit. It's like he
Right.
got a call. You didn't do that for the last 4 or 5 other calls,
Right.
but he got a call. He drew the foul. Now it's because his dad's in attendance. And you
Right.
said that over the
Right.
speaker. Everybody heard you in the damn gym. What is wrong with you?
Right.
I would, if I was LeBron, I'd have got up and probably, at that time, and be like, dude, come on, time out. That shit gonna stop.
Right.
One
He
way or
did
the
the
other,
right
that
thing.
shit gonna stop.
Right. Right.
And that's what it was. That's the kids play.
And he should have addressed it however the fuck he wanted to address it. Long as he ain't jump on a man, hey, what you doing,
Yeah.
man? What you doing? There's other people in attendance, there's other kids here.
Right.
You're gonna make you're gonna create a prejudicial environment towards my child. These other kids are gonna start to think, well, damn, maybe he is getting some kind of special favor because his daddy here.
Right.
So point blank, adults need to start acting like, if we're gonna say children need to stay in their place, adults need to stay in their fucking place.
Facts.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Well, brothers, that was a great poignant conversation, and
yes, sir.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. We didn't went down a rabbit hole, starting with that damn Little Nas X. And
he'll take you there, won't
shit. Old
Little
Famous
Nas
let us
won't.
know. Was like, look here, man. Old school here to stay. Ain't nothing changing.
No.
Fuck that. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang forever, bitch.
Hey, what you sipping on, Ed?
What you got there?
Some caramello blueberry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, man. I'm not mad at it.
There it is.
I will be buying this again.
Right on.
Hey,
right
before we had Ed's one of the week.
What you got, man?
We used to have Ed's drink of the night.
Oh my.
His wine of the week is drink of the night.
Hold on a sec. I got you, Jay.
Here, watch this. Watch this.
Yeah, man. I had my name on it. Yeah. Take my government name off.
Hey, that said Coppola, everybody.
Yeah.
Coppola. Eddie Coppola, motherfucker. Right on, baby. Hey, man,
shit.
it's been real, man.
Yes,
We done
sir.
fought
Yes,
the
sir.
evil. We done fought the goddamn evil. All right, sir. Well, I'll see you gentlemen later, man. Till next week.
Indeed.
All right.
Indeed.
All right. Peace.